Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at this knife here. This is the Zero Tolerance 0393. Can you see that? It's a Rick Hinderer design. It's a flipper and it is proudly overbuilt in the United States of America. Before we get into this, I want to thank JetFuelEdc, and we'll leave his link down here. Not down there, down here. There we go. Into his channel. He's got a fairly new YouTube knife channel, and I know he's gonna have some really cool stuff coming up. He has a lot of interesting knives, and he's loaned me a couple of them in the past. So check out JetFuelEdc and give him a thumbs up or a like and a support over there. Appreciate him loaning me this knife and the next ZT I look at. He also lent me that knife to take a look at. All right, so enough of that. Let's get into this knife here. Very cool. Check this out. We have 1, 2, 3, just over, let's see, just over 3.5 inches of, look at that, 20 CV. Oh, 20 CV, that's good stuff. Check this out, it's got this multiple grind here. Very cool, very intricate grinding and swedging and cool places for everything to fit. I like the way they did this black on the satin here. Can you see that? So I picked it up. Let me get that really, really good there. See that? How it goes black to satin? Very cool. Let's see if we can flip that open. Check that out. All right, let's check out the handle here. What we have is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right at 4.5 inches, just over 4. Let's say 4.7 inches. Eek. And what we have is the titanium scales, and we got this textured G10 over them. That is really nice. I think that's G10, right? Let me get my glasses on. I've been having to wear old man glasses now, but it's made everything better. But still, I've given in to the fact that I can't see anymore. All right, got the anodized blue titanium. Left, right clip. Now I will say one thing. I usually don't make a big deal about the clips. I'm not crazy about this clip. It just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. It seems like it needs to be a little bit deeper pocket on this knife. But that's, you know, that's a decision up to you. But I would like to get something like the 560 clips and stuff like that. Maybe they could do that. Got open construction. Check that out. Excellent flipping action. This thing is just amazing. Look at that. Now, well, let's not get into that just yet. What I do like about this knife, and you miss out on some of the higher end flippers for ZT, especially the frame locks, is that the clip is not pushing down on the lock bar, so you're not gonna get that death grip, you know, when you're trying to flip it open and all of a sudden you can't do it because you're putting 1,000 pounds of pressure on the other side, you know, like you do with the 550s. Oh man, the 550 is a thumb ripper. But you don't need the flipper, you don't need these back stops here, this blade stops here too, because the flipper is so awesome. But just in case you're into that, you don't have to worry about putting the death pressure on the lock bar there. It does have the insert in there, so your titanium lock bar is not going to wear down. And I think, let me check here real quick before I talk. Where's my flashlight? Let's check this out. I think there's enough space in there. Can you see? No, you can't, because that's a bright light. There's enough space in there to get a lanyard in there. I am about positive. Let's get a little lanyard in there, make this thing like 12% better, 13%. Okay, now the first thing you're gonna think of when you see this, and now I thought, man, it's kind of a really elegant looking knife, and it is, and it's gonna be like a thin gentleman's carry knife, and not really. It really isn't. This is really a proudly overbuilt pretty knife. This, you know what this is? This is that girl you see across the room and you're like, oh my goodness, she's so lovely. Look at her beautiful blonde hair. And then you walk up to her and find out she's the arm wrestling champion of the world. That's this knife here. This knife is very similar to this knife, the 562. Now look, this girl, you know she's an arm wrestling champion. That's the clip I want. See that clip? That's the clip I want on this 393. That clip makes that knife just so much better. But anyways, going on with my story, this is definitely, she's got muscled up shoulders, definitely a bruiser, you know, good looking in her own right, not saying anything. You know, maybe she's like China from the WWE days. Maybe she's like that, you know, fairly attractive, but just looks like she's gonna put a whooping on you. Not this one. This one's a little bit more elegant looking. Well, a lot more elegant looking. However, if you put them up against each other, let's see if I can do this without scratching this guy's blade up. I did it, and I did it real easily. If you look at just the edge, the cutting edge of that blade, they are almost identical. Look at that. So the 562's got a little bit, about an eighth of an inch, maybe just almost a quarter of an inch more cutting edge, but the shape is almost identical. And if you look at the thickness of the body, check this out. Look at this. Can you see that? Can you see that a little bit? Yeah. See how this thickness? They're almost identical. The shape of, man, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get my fingers chopped off. So I'm gonna do it anyways because TV. All right, so here we go. If you look at that, let's just look at that. They almost look identical. In fact, if I said the one on the left, if you didn't see the clip, oh, I'm gonna have to grab the edge. Oh, Jimmy Slash went to the hospital today. Here we go. But look at that. Now, if I said the one on the left was, let's say, the G10 version of the 393, just at a cursory glance, you would say, yeah, I could see that. And it goes with thickness on that frame as well. See? But the thing that offsets this is, and it makes this look thinner, is the fact that these are scales and not part of the frame. See that? It's not part of that frame. So they got this, you know, different scales here, and it makes it a little bit thinner through the back here, just in appearances, kind of. You see that? However, this thing will do some damage. This thing is a worker. If you have the money to spend, you know, whatever, $300 or $400 on a really pretty worker, this is the one. This will get the job done. Let's see how much this thing weighs compared to the 562 as I'm rambling. I haven't checked this out, so I might be a total liar here. So you get 5.04 ounces, fairly substantial. Definitely not a gentleman's carry kind of knife. It just looks really nice. And then over here, 5.64. So yeah, you see the extra weight on here from that blade, where they're taking weight from the blade. It's thinner on the blade and a little bit on the scale. It's not a whole lot, but just a little bit, especially on that Lockside titanium scale. You can see it's a little bit thinner, but as far as in the hand, they feel very, very substantial. This one is, man, this knife. If you guys don't have a 562, you're looking for something awesome and fun to play with, this is a great knife. All right, now I did a video not too long ago on, oh, I forgot my European friends. Sorry, European friends. Let me do this real quick. Done. 142 grams, that one. In case you're wanting the comparison, 160. All right, so there we go. Now, not too long ago, I did a video, and I'm just doing this as an answer. I'm not doing this as a nanny boo-boo or anything. I did a video on this knife. Oh my gosh, the 804. Oh my goodness, people. And I said this was the smoothest flipping ZT ever, and then somebody brought up the 393. I don't know if it was him, I don't know if it was JetFuelEdc, but They said that the 393 was better than the 804, and I would like to give them sympathy for bumping their head too hard. Whoever said that is not even close. Holy heck. This thing is in league with Lucifer. That's how smooth that is. It's insane. Check that out. Oh my gosh, folks. If you can only have one ZT flipper, oh me, I need another one of those. I need one for both hands. That thing is awesome. All right, enough with the 804. This isn't the 804 review. Back to the 393. So the 393 has a very similar flip action to this one, and actually it's better than this one. I don't know if it's just because of the extra weight they took off of that, but it definitely flips better than 562, and I love the 562, but this one's right up there with the 804. This is like I don't know what that's like. It's, let's say 85%, 90% of the flipper that the 804 is on action, and definitely better than the 562. All right, so there you go. This is the 393. Let me make sure I went over everything. Open construction, meh on the clip. Really cool anodized titanium. Feels great in hand. Doesn't feel wimpy or wussy, but it doesn't chunk out your hand, maybe like the 560 does. And it just feels good, but it definitely feels solid, like it will do work for you. This is a great knife. I think I might have to get one of these. I really appreciate JetFuelEdc showing me this, because man, between this one and the one I saw at Blade Show, definitely on my radar big time now. So there you go. Get over to Facebook so we can talk some more about this. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? I'm not going to ask what you think about the 804, because if you say anything different than what's already been said, it's apparent that you have also bumped your head. This thing. All right, one more time for the kids in the back. Oh my goodness. That's a cool knife. That knife sings. I need one just so I can flip open day and night. That's a great knife. All right, so let me know what you think. If you have both of these, how do they compare? Was I way off base in their comparisons? And I think that's it. Go to Facebook, like I said. We've had a few new members. We had a great raffle this weekend. You're kind of missing out if you want to talk to some really nice, cool knife people that aren't scary and angry about whatever you're doing with your knives. A lot of angry, scary people wanting to condemn you for your stuff. So if you want to cut, you want to cut your cheesecake with this, cut your cheesecake with it. Nobody's gonna say anything. Some guy over there, he just cut this sweet prime rib with it. I think it was a code 4. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, I think that's it. I will talk to y'all later.